another episode of Vince and Yosh.
In this episode, we're gonna talk about one of the most underrated destinations on Earth. And it's...
Kazakhstan!
So, we just arrived from a very long flight from Kazakhstan. So, the memories are still very fresh.
Yes.
And one of the things that I will remember about Kazakhstan is how surprised I was when I was there.
Same feeling actually. One of the best destinations na napuntahan ko this year. Same din ba sa'yo?
Yes.
Before we begin, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button and hitting the bell icon for instant notification para sa aming mga future uploads.
Today we're gonna discuss the best things to do in Kazakhstan's Turkistan region. So just to be clear, when we say Turkistan, we mean the region.
The region.
Yes, because there's a Turkistan city and then there's a Turkistan region, which used to be called South Kazakhstan. But I think last year, they renamed South Kazakhstan to Turkistan region. So it can be a little bit confusing when you see Turkistan, can refer to the city or the region. But when you're there, Turkistan usually refers to the city, and people still refer to the region as South Kazakhstan. But officially, it's been renamed to Turkistan region.
Yes.
So, ayun. So, medyo magulo, but yan, kunyari, naintindihan natin. Ayun, so let's start!
Number 7! Shymkent City Tour.
Technically, Shymkent isn't a part of Turkistan region or any region for that matter. But if you're visiting the region, Shymkent is almost unavoidable. It remains the most convenient gateway and the most ideal base for travelers exploring Turkistan. It has its own airport and the highest concentration of lodging and dining options. Starting your visit with a city tour will give you a much-needed primer. Drop by the Museum of South Kazakhstan's regional history and its 4 halls, showcasing nature, ethnography, Kazakh Khanate history, and independence. Just a short walk from the museum building are important landmarks including Monument Baydibek B, standing atop a hill in honor of the key figure in unifying the Kazakh people. So aside from because the airport is there, the good thing about starting your tour in Shymkent is because they have a rich museum. So it gives you like a brief background and it gives you a taste of what to expect in the region as you explore.
Isa sa mga magandang napuntahan din namin doon is yung Arbat walking street nila. Yan naman, may magandang decorations. So lalakarin namin to hanggang sa kabilang dulo. Naghihintay doon yung aming shuttle na magdadala sa amin papunta sa dinner place. So, mahaba siyang street na parang may mga art. Basta, yung mga gandang designs yung art nila. Tapos, doon nagpupunta yung mga turista. Ayan. Kasi may makikita kayong iba-iba doon, yung mga street performers. Tapos, meron doon isang wall na may graffiti or painting nung sikat na movie sa Kazakhstan. Tapos ang ganda magpa-picture doon. Parang very Instagrammable yung place. Tapos pag gabi, ano yun, nagla-light up yung buong street na yun. So maganda siyang puntahan talaga.
Ako, it's my favorite spot in Shymkent.
Ayun,
Kasi parang it shows you it's like a slice of life in Shymkent.
Number 6!
Kazakh food trip. Traditional Kazakh cuisine is predominantly meat and dairy. The poster dishes of Kazakhstan are beshbarmak and pilaf. Beshbarmak, literally 5 fingers because it is normally eaten with bare hands, is composed of chunks of meat on top of boiled pasta sheets. Pilaf, on the other hand, is meat fried with onions, carrots, and rice. Both traditionally use horse meat, but mutton and beef are now more common, especially in the cities. Don't forget to cap off your meal with a cup of black tea. Or if you have a more adventurous palate, try kumis, which is fermented horse milk. So what are your favorite Kazakh dishes that you've tried?
Yung 5 fingers, actually. Masarap siya. Parang ano siya, beef stew na... Basta, iba. Sarap yung beef nila doon. Walang... Ano tawag doon? Yung anggo.
Anggo. Yeah. Yung walang aftertaste.
Ikaw, ano bang favorite mo doon?
I think my favorite are manti and chak-chak. Chak-chak. So manti are Kazakh dumplings. So inside is meat, but yeah, it looks like
ravioli.
Oh yeah, dumplings. And chap chap is like crispy noodles coated in honey. And so it's my favorite. Like, I don't know, they served it in the beginning of our meal, but it seems to me like it's a dessert, pero sinerve niya ng maaga.
Sabay-sabay siya ng appetizers. Ayun nga, narinig niyo naman, di ba? May isa pa silang meat na ginagamit, yung horse meat. Tapos may isa pang drink na available dun, guys, if you want to try. Horse milk. Yes po, gatas ng kabayo. First time ko siyang matikman, para siyang suka na gatas na hindi ko maintindihan na parang lasang alak. May ganun siyang taste.
At saka may smoky...
Ayun, may smoky aroma siya na pag bago mo inom, may maaamoy.
Pero hindi naman nila pipilitin kung hindi nyo naman gusto. Actually, sabi nung guide namin, parang hindi na nga ganun ka-common yun. Parang kinakain pa rin, pero parang usually kapag may special occasion na lang. Pero like kunyari sa mga, parang everyday, mas beef na. Ngayon, o kaya lamb or mutton. Yun. Pero in general, we found Kazakh cuisine delightfully surprising. Kasi we were, at first we were like super scared. Kasi Vince and I, when we're not traveling, we are like practically vegetarians. So like, hindi naman, like 90% of our diet is plant-based talaga pag hindi kami nagta-travel. Kazakh cuisine is very meat heavy. Meat and dairy. So parang medyo natakot kami nung umpisa kasi parang yun, hindi namin alam kung magustuhan ba namin, pero nagustuhan naman namin siya. Masarap yung mga nakain namin doon, masarap. One thing na natuwa talaga ako is they have such high quality produce. So, you remember?
Oo. Yun guys, kasi tawag dito, yung mga vegetables nila and fruits nila. Lalo yung honeydew. Hindi ko alam kung honeydew ba talaga, pero mukhang honeydew melons. Ang sarap, ang tamis.
Pinakamatamis na melon na natikman ko rin.
Parang arnibal na level na yung...
okay naman yung arnibal.
Hindi, natakot na may yung isang dinner natin na may Georgia wine ba yun? Super tamis ng melon, as in ang sarap. At yun yung pinakamatamis ng melon na natikman ko. Tapos yung vegetables nila, malalaman mong fresh kasi walang lanta or something. Basta super super sarap ng vegetables and fruits nila dun. Si Yosh nga, hindi siya kumakain ng
tomatoes.
Hindi siya kumakain ng tomatoes.
Pag hilaw, kumakain lang ako ng tomatoes kapag luto na siya. Pero nung nandun ako, as in
kain siya ng kain.
Kahit hilaw.
Sinasama nila ng onions yung tomatoes nila. Tapos may salt lang and konting pepper. As in, solved na. Matamis yung din nila doon, yung mga tomatoes nila, actually.
Galing.
Pero nandun kami, as in, guys, yung appetizer, actually parang starters or appetizers nila doon, puro gulay yung nilalabas nila. Iba-ibang klaseng salad yung nilalabas nila doon. Na-surprise kami para ang initially in-expect namin. Horse meat nga, beef, or may soup, ganyan na rin, mga meat-based na soup, ganun. Pero hindi. As in, kung vegetarians talaga kayo, huwag kayong matakot na pumunta na Kazakhstan kasi... Kaya na. Kakayanin. Kami nga nabubusog na sa starters.
Number 5! Turkistan Market. If you're gonna spend at least one night in the city of Turkistan and you have free time during the day, try to pay a visit to the city market to shop for souvenirs or fruits. One thing that really surprised us about Kazakhstan is the high quality of the produce. Visit the market and buy some grapes, plums, or peaches and try a traditional drink. It's also a great way to interact with the locals and catch a glimpse of their daily life.
Kita niyo sa background, ganito yung market nila. Parang Pilipinas lang. Pero ang pagkakaiba, mura yung mga fruits nila dito at saka vegetables. Lalo yung peaches and grapes. Parang gusto kong bumili pero pipigilan ko lang yung sarili ko. Mahihain yung mga tao dito sa market nila. And ayun, hindi na lang kami magtitake ng pictures or videos na nandun yung mga tao kasi di sila sanay. And na din, out of respect na din kasi yun ang gusto ayaw nila so bigyan na natin sa kanila yun. Yung nakita kong peaches, di ako sure kung peaches ba yun or plums. Pero tinanong ko naman si Rashida, yung guide namin. Ano siya? Peaches naman talaga. And nabili namin siya ng around 250 tenge. Tapos pag kinonvert mo yun guys, 35 pesos. Ganon ka muna.
Same with grapes. na parang nabili natin yung grapes.
Mga kilo eh. Diba?
Mga 300, mga ganun, 300, 400 tenge. Basta nasa ano lang siya, parang like 40, 50 pesos. Basta pag kinonvert mo siya, 50 pesos lang siya per kilo, which is super mura compared sa, kunyari, sa grapes dito sa Manila, parang magkano per kilo. Parang isang pack, 200.
Black grapes pa yun! Black grapes yun. Yung mga black grapes dito sa Pinas, guys. So, parang kami sinulit na namin.
Bumili talaga kami, tapos dinala namin sa hotel.
Doon namin kinain. Pinapak namin siya.
Number 4! Otrar and Sauron Ruins. Otrar and Sauron were two prosperous cities along the historic Silk Road, connecting China, Europe, and the Middle East. In its heyday, Otrar has produced figures like Abu Nasr al-Farabi, a renowned philosopher, jurist, poet, and scientist, and it is also well known for the so-called Otrar catastrophe, wherein the city fiercely but unsuccessfully defended the city against the attacks of Genghis Khan's forces in 1218. When the Mongols were done razing it to the ground, they are said to have slaughtered every single inhabitant of the city, a pretext to the Mongols' invasion of Central Asia. Another ancient city along the Silk Road was Sauron, founded in the 6th century. At the time, it was the largest city in what is today's Kazakhstan. Unlike Otrar, Sauron remained standing after the Mongol invasion because unlike Otrar, it did not really put up a fight. It even became the capital of the Mongol White Horde. As the Silk Road declined, so did Sauron. Today, only the ruins of these ancient settlements remain, but they are open to tourists who are willing to learn more about the city's rise and fall.
So guys, nandito kami sa bathhouse. No,
Okay guys,
City Ruins. Sabi guys, ang dami may mga tawag dito 15th to 60th century ng mga potteries dito na nakakaharap lang sa daan. Actually hindi namin mapakita sa inyo kasi nga baka naman mahuli kami tsaka bawal. So nakakaharap lang sila sa lupa actually. If magtitig kayo dito ang konti, may makikita kayo. And hindi ko alam ba't di nila pinupulot pero ayun. Reminder lang kung pupuntahan nyo itong mga ruins na to kasi super init. So walang puno doon, walang shade. So magdala kayo ng sunblock or sunscreen. Cap or umbrella kung may umbrella kayo. Hindi na lang din. Tapos yun, light clothes lang if possible kasi nga super init talaga kasi parang desierto level yung feels.
Desierto talaga, Turkistan desert. Nasa desierto, wala mo sinusungan. Ako yung dinadala ko parati, yung parang, anong tawag doon? Yung pag sa beach.
Ano
yun? Basta yung parang scarf, yung shawl na, yun, lagi kami dalang shawl kahit hindi ako pupunta sa beach or hindi ako pupunta sa malamig. Kasi maganda siya na pantakip sa araw. Kasi sobrang, ito, tingnan nyo to. Hindi ko alam kung kita nyo. Pero kita niyo yung lines nung relo, sobrang init. Sobrang init talaga. So, yeah.
Tapos ano pa, hindi siya tulad dito sa Philippines na humid. Doon super dry.
Nung hangin.
As in. Ayun guys, super dry. I mean, pagkagising ko ng umaga, yung lips ko nagka-crack. So, ayun, magdala na din kayo ng lip balm. And protect your eyes na din. Dala kayo ng shades or sunnies.
Tsaka parang pag tanghali na, yung lips ni Vin, sobrang dumudugo na. Ganun. As in, ganun ka dry yung hangin. Tapos, nararamdaman ko rin yung sa akin. Hindi naman ever na dumugo, yung kagaya ng kay Vince. Pero yung nafe-feel mo na kumakapal. Yung lips talaga. As in, ganun. Kasi, yun nga. Ngayon lang din kami nakaranas ng gano'n na parang okay lang, mainit. Sanay tayo sa mainit. Taga Pilipinas tayo. Pero, yung ganun ka-dry, hindi kami sanay doon. So, make sure na meron kayong dalang, yun nga, sunblock, moisturizer, lip balm, lahat. Anything to put moisture sa balat niyo. Number 3! Aristan Bab Mausoleum. Aristan Bab Mausoleum was built in the 14th century on top of the grave of Aristan Baba. Aristan Baba is an early mystic and a legendary figure in Turkic history, said to have lived for 400 years. He is also believed to be the teacher of Khoja Ahmed Yesawi. We're gonna share more about Khoja Ahmed Yesawi a little bit later when we discuss yung sarili niyang mausoleum. Pero, ayun. Anyway, tuloy. The mausoleum has been destroyed and reconstructed many times over the centuries, but the current building was built in the 20th century. So yung best memory ko naman of Aristan Bab Mausoleum was after the circle prayer. I was waiting outside the prayer hall, and I was just seated there, and one of the men who emerged from the prayer hall went in my direction, approached me and asked something that I couldn't understand, but I caught the word Thailand in his sentence. And so I said like Philippines. And then he said something in Kazakh, and I couldn't understand, but thankfully someone from the group was there to translate for us. Apparently he was asking if I was Christian or Muslim, and then I said Christian. The Philippines is predominantly Christian. And he said something that I could not understand, and the local next to me was able to comprehend it, but hindi niya rin ma-translate sa akin kung ano yung sinabi kasi hindi rin ganun siya kagaling mag-English. Apparently, what he was saying was, you're welcome here and may Allah bless you. And this was the guy na parang lagi nagpapapicture sa amin, parang a few moments before yung prayer. Parang yung family niya, parang okay lang. Kasi most locals, ayaw nila magpa-picture. So, ang hirap maghanap ng mga locals na game. So, natuwa talaga kami na game siya magpa-picture. Number 2! Mausoleum of Khoja Ahmed Yesawi. Inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2003, the Mausoleum of Khoja Ahmed Yesawi is the most important historic structure in this part of Kazakhstan. This colossal monument is not only an architectural achievement, but also a religious pilgrimage site. It shelters the tomb of Khoja Ahmed Yesawi, an early mystic who founded the first Turkic Sufi order and was responsible for the spread of Islam in Central Asia. Its construction began in 1389 upon the order of Timur, a Turco-Mongol Persianate ruler, but was not completed when he died in 1405. The mausoleum isn't finished. You could still see that there are a lot of things to be done, supposedly. Parang nung nag-halt yung construction, hindi talaga siya complete. Like, makikita mo pa yung ibang ganun.
For example, yung sa pinakaharap nung mausoleum.
Oo, yung facade.
Hindi pa siya tapos kasi makita mo pa yung may mga butas-butas na nandun yung kahoy. So parang may ano pa sila doon, parang may i-layer pa sila doon dapat. Pero hindi siya natapos. Kasi makita niyo siya sa back at saka side nung mausoleum. May mga very colorful na mosaic na mga tiles and something, mga colorful designs. Pero yung harap niya wala. Pero super ganda niya.
Regardless, finished or not finished. Maganda pa rin siya.
Maganda siya. Super laki, as in super laki. Super massive.
I feel like the pictures don't do justice to the place. Kasi sobrang yung pictures parang hindi mo na nakikita yung scale of it, yung grandness. Sobrang laki niya, hindi masyadong nakaka-capture nung photos yung gaano siya kalaki.
Kita niyo naman sa background, ang ganda. Ang laki niya. Dati wala pa yung mga buildings, mga old times pa. Ito yung highest structure nila dito. And ngayon, papasok kami sa loob. For this one, we have a permit to take pictures and videos inside. Let's go! Yung loob niya, ganda. As in, super ganda. Super grand. Yung loob niya as in super high ceiling na parang ilang stories yata yun.
So it's a very significant religious site. Like, ang daming bumibisita from other parts of Central Asia. So even yung mga taga-Uzbekistan, taga-Kyrgyzstan, dinadayo talaga nila yung mausoleum na to. Pati yung Aristanbab Mausoleum. Para siyang pilgrimage talaga. Maraming mga visitors din. If gusto nyo na makapag-picture kayo ng kayo lang, visit kayo ng sunset. Kasi mas maganda daw. Ay, hindi kami pumunta kasi tamad kami.
Sabi nila sa amin, if you're planning to capture yung colorful design, yung sa likod ng mausoleum, punta kayo ng sunset. Pero kung gusto niyo makita yung grandness ng entrance, yung harapan ng mausoleum, punta kayo ng sunrise.
Basta iba siya in real life. Maganda siya in real life. Number 1! Aksu Jabagli Nature Reserve. Tongue twister. The Aksu Jabagli Nature Reserve is the oldest reserve in Kazakhstan and even in Central Asia. It occupies the northwestern mountains of the Tian Shan Range, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. These peaks and flower-adorned valleys dominate the landscapes of the reserve, composing picturesque scenery that can take any hiker's breath away. Some parts are accessible by 4x4 vehicles on a rough road winding on mountainsides. But for the full experience, you can go for a climb on foot. and follow the established Kishikani Waterfall, Ulkinkandi Gorge, and Kaskabulak Petroglyphs trails. Another place to visit is Aksu Canyon. This picture-perfect canyon is 15 kilometers long, dotted with several viewpoints along the way. Visitors may choose to trek 500 meters down to Aksu River below. But this adventureland is more than just spectacular views. It is home to over 40 endangered plants, including the wild grape and wild tulip species, and over 40 highly endangered mammals, including the Himalayan brown bear and the incredibly rare snow leopard. The Aksu Shabagi Nature Reserve is an important natural treasure, so visits are regulated and the number of visitors allowed is limited. Make sure to coordinate with the authorities or through a travel agency before your visit.
Nandito kami ngayon sa Aksu Canyon. Aksu means white river.
Ayun, so this is by far the most memorable part of our entire stay in Kazakhstan. Like, the Aksu Shabagi Nature Reserve is breathtaking. Sobrang ganda. I never imagined, like, yun nga, when we think of Kazakhstan, we always parang picture the steppe, maybe a little bit of the desert, ganyan. Pero hindi ganon, hindi yung snow-capped mountains, ganyan. Sobrang ganda niya for me. We visited the nature reserve on our first 2 days in South Kazakhstan, and parang we must admit na sobrang nahirapan kami talaga. Nahirapan kami mag-trek. It's very exhausting. At least for us, we're not fit, but the views, super worth it naman. Yung pagdating mo doon, sobrang ganda. Napapalibutan ka ng... Because of our fitness level, we were always like at the back of the group. So, lagi kaming nahuhuli. We were always behind. And so when everyone would be like way ahead of us, but Pitik and I would always be at the back of the line. And we joked at one point that if we saw a tree, we would just stay in the shade and wait for everyone to reach the destination and return, and we will not do the trek anymore. But ayun, awa ng Diyos, walang puno. Kahit isa. There are no trees dun sa ibang treks. So make sure that you have something to protect yourself, your skin from the sun. So make sure you put a lot of moisturizer and sunblock. You wear caps and sunglasses.
Yeah.
Ayun, we're also told na if you spot something brown moving, that's a bear. So, pero hindi naman daw yun dangerous unless you're standing in between a mother and a cub. So,
sila mismo iiwas sa mga tao.
That's it! So, those are the 7 best things to do in South Kazakhstan or Turkistan region. So far, Kazakhstan is our best trip this year, and we will never forget our experience in South Kazakhstan. So, in the coming weeks, we will be publishing more videos about Kazakhstan, maybe some tips, and maybe we'll focus also on Astana. But yan, in the meantime, ito na muna.
Naging super memorable nung nung trip namin sa Kazakhstan dahil sa mga kasama din namin, as in super cool, super bait ng mga kasama namin. May na-form na kaming friendship with them. Yun, sina Kritika, Nishit, Dan, Jennifer, si Umit, Aigul, and
Dina!
We miss you guys! Kung nakita nyo sa screen nila, follow nyo na lang sila sa YouTube or Instagram account sila. Follow them, guys.
Yes. We were in Kazakhstan because we were invited to participate in a social media forum in Astana. But of course, we stayed in Kazakhstan for 10 days, so we could explore other parts of the country.
Yes.
And we had a really fantabulous time in Kazakhstan.
Super fun.
Yeah. I think it's one of the most surprising destinations we've visited ever. Ayun, so if you have more destinations that you want us to cover, just sound off in the comment section below. And
don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button and hitting the bell icon for instant notifications para sa aming mga future uploads.
Ayun, so as always, after every episode, we're gonna place a ref magnet that we got from the destination that we visited sa aming mahiwagang ref. So yeah, so again, ref magnet kasi it's the cheapest souvenir that we can find anywhere, and it's also the easiest to carry.
Yes.
So yun, ito na.
Didikit na namin siya, guys.
So that's it for this episode of Vince and Josh. See you again next time, and may the ghosts be with you. Yay!
Bye-bye!